Hello, welcome everyone to the Allegiance Way Daily Dose. I'm Coach Amy Lassen, and this is Jessica Fauteux. Jessie, thank you so much for being here with us today. We're super excited to have you and to talk about all the adjustments you've made in your business since social distancing came in place. And just before we went live, you and I were talking about the whole concept of being comfortable on camera.
Right.
Talk to me about that.
Well, right now I'm not comfortable because I'm not the interviewer. I'm the interviewee. So, as an interviewer, I feel like the spotlight's on the other person, so it's a little bit easier. I've also had to get used to looking at my face, and I've been noticing like that I'm at the end of my youth here. I'm seeing some wrinkles and thinking I'm gaining weight, and I look at myself and those thoughts go through my head, and I try not to share them on camera.
Right.
Yeah. But it's not always comfortable.
Sure. And I think we all have those issues. And I was sharing with Jessie before we went live, I'm definitely older than she is and definitely have more wrinkles. I look at myself and think, oh, my parents did screen when I was a kid. Please, please, please know that if Jessie and I can do it, so can you. How long have you been doing video and live video, Jessie?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, you hear that, people?
2 weeks.
Because she's been at it 2 weeks.
Yeah. But the feedback, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. I get requests for videos. I get people sending me a message saying, hey, would you interview me? And so the positive feedback is very encouraging, and you will get positive feedback.
That's amazing. So then let's back up. Tell us the types of videos you've been doing and the feedback that you've been getting.
Okay, so the first video I did was inspired by you, Amy. You guys on the Daily Dose were talking about how you had gone live on a live stream walk and you got a bunch of views. So I decided, why not? I'll try. So the first one I did was a live stream about the silver linings of quarantine. And so just to be positive, I went on there and talked about all the lovely things I was seeing in my neighborhood, people leaving rocks for each other that were painted, etc. And then other people started responding on Facebook Live, which was great. And I could see who was watching. And they were saying things like, yeah, I have enjoyed spending extra time with my dogs. And so we just talked about back and forth what was good. Not anything real estate related, although I was able to, throw in that I have a client or something. But yeah, it's just getting yourself out there and letting people know you care about them. So that was the first one. The second video I did, was an interview with Dancing Chris, who is a celebrity in Centerville. He's a hip hop dancer, and he started going dancing on popular street corners for people, just to make people smile. So I interviewed him, and then we danced together. And I promoted his Dancegram services. He does Dancegrams for people.
Wow.
Yeah, so we did that. We interviewed some Lifetime fitness instructors who were doing Zoom fitness.
Yeah.
And then on the real estate related things, I've done one buyer seminar. I did one with Jolene Moore, who's a lender that I work with, one of the lenders I work with, and that went really well. We did like a Q&A about the market. And then the next buyer seminar I have coming up is an interview with John Spinello, who's one of my really good friends, and he's a home inspector. So that's coming Wednesday.
Great. I want to see, we're getting somebody's commenting that others need to mute their speakers. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Chris, if you have any suggestions for us, let us know if we're having some audio issues, because I think there's just a few of us. The other thing is that you're getting requests for interviews.
Right. Yeah. So there's a lady named Tia who I'm friends with on Facebook, and I don't know her very well. I met her a few times. I joined Lifetime Fitness in January, and 2020 was going to be my year of getting fit. It's not going the way I had planned. I was doing a great job, and I was in the best shape of my life when this happened, so I was really bummed. And I joined Lifetime and met Tia in the locker room, and she was just a really neat person, full of energy, positive energy, like, right on, good job joining the gym. And every time I would go to the gym, she'd say, it's great to see you here. It was really motivating. And she sent me a message and said, hey, I have some positive things I'd like to impart to people, and I'd love to be on your show. Would you interview me? And I said, yes, of course. And so I've gotten to know her really well over just chat. And 8 people have shared that video that's coming soon.
Oh,
and
wow.
this is the first time that many people have shared it. So people must love Tia. I mean, she's very popular. I told her she's going to make me a celebrity. Yeah. So Tia is, I think we're going to interview on Saturday at 12. So that should be really fun. And I'm looking forward to it.
That's phenomenal. Okay, so you said that you started by taking my idea, and that was something that inspired both me and Melissa about you, is that you have been such a follower of the Daily Dose, and you're one of those crazy people who does what we suggest. So tell us the other things that you've gotten out of the Daily Dose, because you've only been trying these things for a handful of weeks, and you've been really quickly adjusting the way you run your business. So tell us more about that.
So I started farming my neighborhood. There is someone already farming my neighborhood, so okay. I'm sure he's going to love me. So I'm sending my mailers out. I have these new postcards. I can show you one in a little bit. I just have to go grab it. Sure. And in my postcards, I invite people to join me on a social walk. I have a picture of me and my crazy dog, Maisie. Maisie has behavior problems. So she is very territorial of our 1 block. So she's forcing me to go walk in other parts of our giant neighborhood, which is great because I meet 10 people every day. That's usually on a nice day, how many people I can meet. On a day like today where it's raining, there's like no one out there. Okay. But she forces me to go to different parts of the neighborhood. So I meet all sorts of different people. I'm on Nextdoor all the time. In fact, I posted something on Nextdoor about, does anybody want to play music? And I had a neighbor send me a private message saying, yeah, let's jam in my driveway. Wow. So I showed up, and prior to this, I was on Nextdoor mostly to get community support in fixing up our sidewalks, which we've actually gotten accomplished. Nice. So that was great. So I'm the Nextdoor lady. People know me. And so I went to jam, and his son, this neighbor's son, said, oh, you're Jessica Fauteux. You're the Nextdoor VDOT hater. Cool. So, I get to jam with neighbors. I'm walking on Nextdoor, trying to be a active member of the community. Yeah. So I think it's really important. You guys have also been talking on the Allegiance Way about making sure people know that you care about them. So I have a new slogan that I maybe stole from Jolene Moore. That's people before profits. I just want people to know I care. And the vast majority of our neighborhood is a lot of elderly people who may want to downsize in the future. And I don't think now is the right time for them to do that, given the fact that they're at risk. Sure. So my marketing is really, hey, take care of yourself. I love you. And when they're ready to sell, when this is over, I hope that they'll just remember that I actually care about them. Yeah. That's wonderful. I'm hoping you'll back up and tell us a little bit more about the Nextdoor app and how Nextdoor functions, because not every agent knows. So Nextdoor is great. And if you live in the community you're farming, I think you need to be on Nextdoor, and you need to be making very intelligent, well thought out posts that are engaging to people. I actually I was posting about meetings before all this happened so that we could get together. We have no HOA here. And so I said, okay, we're going to rent out the Sully District Police Station for this evening and meet about sidewalks and traffic calming. And people started coming to that. So you can make posts and actually engage people in like an event. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you can't do business unless you're paying $250 a month and you only get 2 posts a month. And I don't think it's worth it. I've tried it. I wouldn't suggest it. Yeah. I would just go out as yourself, make yourself known in the community. If you're farming it, they will put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Yeah. So that, I don't know if that answers your question, but great. Well, you also invite people to join Nextdoor because not everybody's involved. How do you invite people to join? So you can't really invite people to join Nextdoor. It's just if they're on it. Most people in my community are on it, I think, because we don't have an HOA. Mm-hmm. So I think, I don't know if I can invite people on Nextdoor. I just try to engage the people who are on Nextdoor. Okay, so I think I'm confused. I think I read something in the notes in preparing for this call that you were inviting. And I remember when I joined, they encouraged me to invite people. Well, you might be able to do it. I just don't know how. I'm not inviting people. All right. Something for us to investigate. I'm inviting people to meetings, events on Nextdoor. So like when this is over, my future plan is to have shred events. So I'm still active in the community and I can post on Nextdoor that I'm having the shred event. and it'll also go in my mailer because not everyone has Nextdoor.
Yep, that's awesome. Now tell us how you're juggling all this. Before we even went live, you were telling me you've got a house full, you've got so much going on.
It sucks. So I have 2 girls, one's 4 and the other's 15 months and going through a leap and teething and screaming at me all the time. I'm still nursing. I have a dog who's out of control. And I have 2 cats who hate my dog. And my husband is amazing. He cooks, he cleans, he takes care of my kids. He's a Fairfax County teacher. And so we're both essential employees working from home with no childcare.
Oh,
it's hard, I think, and I'm going to do another interview with a friend of mine who's a teacher and has young kids. Mm-hmm. So what I've learned as a parent, and this is nothing related to real estate, is that if I give them like an hour of my attention, mm-hmm. it buys me an hour of work time. Mm, okay. So I give them attention and then I work, and then I give them attention and then I work. So, and having a schedule is very important. I wake up at, when they wake up, and then, or my husband wakes up with them and lets me sleep because he's great. And I start my day and I sit on my computer and I have my list. I have a little check sheet that says she persisted, and I have all of my 10 things that I'm going to do for that day. Trying to make a new website. I'm all over the place with ideas. So I have to make a lot of lists and stick to them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we talked about that also a couple of days ago. You said you have more ideas than you have time to implement.
I do.
Yeah. So what are the things that you're feeling are most successful for you right now that you're just really focused on?
I'm rebranding myself. I work with my mom, who's also a realtor with RE/MAX Allegiance, Joan Vollrath. She's incredible. I'm trying to, because I'm on Nextdoor as Jessica Fauteux, I'm trying to rebrand a little bit because I started out as the Vollrath team with Joan Vollrath and Jessica Fauteux. And I'm sort of breaking, into my own space now because they know me on Nextdoor as Jessica Fauteux. So I'm rebranding. I'm learning graphic design through Canva, thanks to Ashley, Bell, and Chris, who helped me get into that. So I'm, I have a new hobby. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so that's really what I'm focusing my energy on. I'm trying to prepare my business to take off when this is over.
Right.
And it has already taken off. I have 3 buyers right now. So I'm also working, but I'm working on trying to just make myself a presence in the community in as many ways as I can.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Now, you and I both had a lot of detailed notes before we went on the call, so I feel like we both need to check our notes and make sure we're not leaving anything out. You talked about not being preachy. You're doing video, you're prominent online and in social media, but you said you're not being preachy about real estate. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I see some agents out there who are saying, I have a ratified contract. Yay, that's great. I don't do that. First of all, I don't think anything's done until it's settled. So I feel like I'm going to jinx it if I say I have a ratified contract.
Yeah.
So I just think it's important to be real. And you can occasionally mention that you do real estate. And I follow the 80-20 rule that Jerusalem was telling us about, where it's 80% personal and 20% business on your personal page and the reverse on your business page.
Nice.
So I really liked that concept. I just don't want to make it look like I'm desperate for business. I don't think people want to see every day my open houses.
Yeah.
I think they'd rather see me talking about my flowers.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So I think you have to consider your audience and how you're coming across to your audience. I mean, yesterday I did a live video and I ended up deleting it because I thought I overshared. I mean, things happen.
Sure.
So, and you can always delete the video. That's the other great thing is if you mess up, you can't be afraid of messing up because we're people. We're not perfect.
Yep.
I think I started that way with one of my videos. I said, I'm wearing the same clothes I was wearing yesterday. And my hair is a mess. I just got up. I haven't had coffee. And, this is the real me. My roots are coming in. My nails aren't done. We're seeing the real us. And I think if you put yourself out there and embrace yourself, you can encourage, your sphere even to feel good about themselves too.
Oh, I think that's absolutely true. Oh, I love that. When you be your authentic self, you give other people permission to be themselves.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So let's talk technology a teeny tiny bit, because we were talking about StreamYard before we went live, and then Ellen Eng asked, how are you doing it? Are you holding your phone? Do you have a selfie stick?
So I have not perfected StreamYard at all. I did a virtual open house and it bombed. So to answer your question, when I'm on Facebook Live, I'm using my phone and I reverse the screen and just walk with it. And when I'm on StreamYard, I have not learned how to reverse on my computer. Now, what you can do is add yourself, send yourself an invitation link, and then you can go on your phone and accept the invitation, and then delete your screen so that it's just you on your phone.
Okay.
Some issues I've had with that are like internet connection problems. So that's what I was going to do at the open house, but I had an internet connection fail. So I had to use my computer and I couldn't really see the angles as well. So just be prepared. I would recommend, I liked what you said about the virtual open houses, getting there early.
Yeah.
You definitely need to get there 30 to 45 minutes even early if you're not used to dealing with the technology, because you're going to have issues. So you should anticipate those. And yeah, so you can add yourself, you can practice. You can even, I did this. I went on Facebook Live. I went on, StreamYard on Facebook. And I said, I am here today to learn, to teach myself how to use StreamYard. So if you hear some curse words, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. You don't have to watch this. This video is probably not going to be entertaining. Yeah. I'm just learning a new technology. If you want to watch me struggle, great. If not, just move on to the next thing on your feed. So I would encourage you to do that, practice. If you pay for StreamYard, you can stream to YouTube only, so that you're not worried about being on social media. You're just going to be on YouTube and then you'll delete it right away. No one's going to see that. So you can make a YouTube channel that no one knows about and practice there. That's another thing you could do.
You can also make a fake Facebook group to broadcast to it, though, and then no one has to do that. Yeah, practice. But I love your idea, Jessie, that just go ahead and say, hey, I'm practicing. It
was kind of fun. I got some funny likes. Like I made an overlay that didn't work, and you couldn't see my face. And so some people made some hilarious comments like, is it snowing over there? And I left it up for a while because I liked the comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so something else that I wanted to mention.
Yes.
I think it's very important to take care of the people in your community that you are farming. So I've walked around, I've knocked on doors and stepped far away for people I know who are elderly. I have free blue aprons to give away because I am a Blue Apron subscriber. And so I had like 5. So I even posted on Nextdoor, hey, if you're at risk and are interested in any free Blue Apron, PM me and I will just send me your email and I'll send it to you. I'm also buying groceries for neighbors occasionally. I try not to go more than once every 2 weeks for my own safety. And, I went to Trader Joe's and I had a really wonderful experience there where an employee on her lunch break, I didn't know it was her lunch break, she helped me shop for 2 other people.
Oh my goodness.
Grocery cart full. So I gave her a shout out too in one of my live streams. But I think doing things that are helpful and calling people and asking, are you okay? If you know someone's depressed, make sure you call them periodically. Just so you're not just for your business, but because you're a good person.
Yes, absolutely. I have questions, but I don't want to cut you off because I know you have your own list. So what else?
You can ask questions. I don't think I have much else, actually.
Okay. So I'm wondering, you're doing so well with the spontaneous engagement. Every time we come up with new information and new ideas on the Daily Dose, you're such a quick adopter. But I'm wondering, are you following any sort of social media routine? You know what I mean? Like, do you have certain things that you do today or each week?
I try to. My husband thinks I'm overdoing it with the live streaming, so I'm trying to do it like 3 or 4 times a week instead of every day.
Okay.
I might still be overdoing it, but it's also something that I like doing. I'm starting to really enjoy it. I am a performer. I am a musician. I was in drama in high school, and I used to be a teacher. I taught for 6 years. So I would think that that part of my background makes this a little easier for me than it might be for some of you, because I like being on stage and performing.
Yes, I get that. But I think for everyone listening, if you don't think you have that background, you're not a natural performer, just doing what you care about is always comes across well.
And I think people who you're friends with on Facebook are friends with you for a reason. They like you.
Yeah.
So if you're on there, they probably will love seeing you. I had family from across the country chime in yesterday, people in Oklahoma who I haven't seen since I got married.
Yeah.
You know, they want to see your face. They haven't seen me since I got married. That was like 5 years ago. I had red hair. You know, it's nice to see, because there are people on your Facebook page that you probably haven't talked to in like a really long time.
Yeah.
They're curious to know what you're up to.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Jesse, I don't know if everyone is experiencing this, but it sounds to me like you are, and I am, that there's something about this crazy time that's making our stuff more authentic. And we'll have to catch up with Ellen's question in just a second. And then right, our friends and family from across the nation are getting to really enjoy this, and it's less of the posing and the posturing, and it's real strong. It's valuable.
Yeah. And it's fun. I think you'll have fun with it if you try it.
Yeah.
And I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. You could even, I might suggest, if you're on the fence about trying this out, that I would be happy to, even if you wanted to message me, practice with you. We could practice together. I mean, if it's not live, maybe just FaceTime and pretend like we're having an interview.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Thank you. That's a wonderful suggestion. Take her up on it.
Yeah.
Okay, now pardon?
I'd love to meet everybody.
Oh, that's great. And I want to get back to the requested walks you have, but Ellen has a question. She said, I missed something. You post both to personal and business pages?
So it depends on the nature of the video. I'm actually paying for the $50 a month StreamYard now, so I have several pages. I have one that is Jessica Fauteux Real Estate. I have the Vollrath team, which is me and my mom. So sometimes we have co-listings. I have my personal page. I have a YouTube channel that nobody knows about. And I have a new page that I made today called In Real Time with Jessie, for, just in case I end up being a celebrity, but probably unlikely. But I made this, I post to both pages when it's business, and like it's helpful for like buyer seminars. Like I might do one buyer seminar that's on my Facebook page and my Facebook business page. But then if I feel like I'm doing too many seminars, I might just keep them on my business page, if that answers your question. I just don't want to overwhelm my personal sphere with business related things.
But like your neighborhood walks and things, where do those get posted?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your neighborhood walks, where do they get posted?
I just use Facebook Live for the neighborhood walks.
Okay.
I don't use StreamYard for those. I feel like that's more of an informal thing. So I use a more informal platform.
Yeah. What you said about, in case you get famous, in real time, you've had so many people engage with your content. That's no joke.
Well, I think Tia is going to make me famous, honestly. 8 shares. I told her that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In advance. 8 shares.
Yeah. 8 shares in advance. Tons of likes.
Yeah.
We haven't even videoed anything.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Tia.
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal. So you said that you're getting these requests. You've set up this new page. Do you have an idea in your head for how many interviews you'd like to do each week?
I'm gonna I'd like to do 3.
Great.
Or 4. I have some coming up. So what I'm doing is not related to real estate. I'm interviewing Lori Nelson, who is my voice teacher from high school, and she started a YouTube channel called Quarantine Serenades, and all of her students, past and present, are on there singing. And so I'm going to interview her. I'm going to try to interview a restaurant that's doing great things in our community. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to do a downsizing seminar at some point, so that, and it would be geared towards selling your home, not now, mm-hmm. but later.
Yeah.
So like, what can you do if your home is pretty cluttered and you're thinking about downsizing when this is all over? What steps can you be taking while you're stuck in your home to fix it up? So that's another idea you could try out.
It's great. Yeah. So you also said you've been getting requests for walks, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. So my friend Ginger, she reached out and said, I really loved your social distance walk, the first one I did, because I liked seeing your flowers. And my community, she said, in my community, I don't really have a pretty place to walk. So she asked that I go around again and do that. I tried it yesterday. I had some technology issues, but I showed some plants in my backyard and she was able to tell me what they were. So that is really nice and encouraging that people are actually enjoying it, because I would hate to be on there and no one cares.
Right. But I love that. We've shared on the Allegiance Way, we've shared resources where you can take virtual tours of museums and things, but to have it to be live in your own community, to take people to places they can't go.
Yeah. It's fun. You should try it. I promise. It's fun. You'll have fun.
It's phenomenal. Now, we talked earlier about how the heck do you fit all this in, and you have been quite the devoted follower of the Daily Dose. I'm always impressed to see you on there commenting. How do you fit in growing your skill and learning new things?
How do I fit all of this in? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Growing your skill, learning new things. How do you fit that?
I just try to do it all day. I mean, I don't have. I will say I have not been good about attending trainings with RE/MAX until this happened. And the reason for that is that my husband is a teacher and he goes to work to teach every day, and I am the one taking care of my children. And I do have childcare available, but it's expensive. So if I can be with them and spend time with them, that's great. But lately he's been home and his schedule is not as, sure, he's really stressed out. He has a lot of work to do. But he's able to kind of watch them and work. So I've had more time to do this. So, and I also have fewer clients right now than I normally do. I have lost some listings because, not lost, but postponed because of the coronavirus. So I have more time in that regard too. So I would recommend you do have a schedule. I think that helps. So I do work from 9 to 5. I take breaks to entertain my kids here and there. And then I, still show listings in the evenings and on weekends. But I'm still trying to keep hours dedicated to making these things happen.
Good for you. Vanity saver.
Thank you. And I love your show. I learn every time. I really love it.
Well, and thank you for giving a shout out to both Chris and Jerusalem for the incredible work that they do for all of us at RE/MAX Allegiance. They're phenomenal. Pardon?
They're amazing.
They are amazing. Thank you to the staff at RE/MAX Allegiance. I feel like wrapping this up early because I think we're having feedback issues and I'm feeling a little self-conscious about our anything else you want to share with us? I'm so grateful for your time, Jessie.
No, I just think you should take this opportunity while we're stuck at home and try to just make yourself better at your job. Just try to make yourself better. Always try to improve. You can always improve.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And we will look for all the great things you're putting out there in the days and weeks and months to come.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Jessie. See everybody in the future.